Hello Taurus, welcome to this channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are doing well. This is your new moon reading. This new moon is happening in the sign of Aries on the 29th. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign. If Taurus is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if you have a question for the cards, you can ask now. I will also be pulling out an oracle card at the end. So maybe you will find your answers here if you are looking for answers and solutions. So now let's see what's coming through for you. Taurus, 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 Taurus. All right, so Taurus, your cards are Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, and High Priestess. And then you have Eight of Wands on the back of the deck, which has to do with communications, travel. And then you also have Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and then Eight of Swords. Okay, so now let's see what this is all about. Okay, so with so you have Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, and then High Priestess. Looks like there is a situation that you are not very sure about. There is some kind of confusion. Maybe the whole information is not there. So maybe you are still, you can't make up your mind. So that's something that's coming through for some of you guys out there. Maybe it's lack of information. Maybe, it could also be that you are waiting for something or someone. Okay. With the Knight of Wands, yes, it may have something to do with travel. Like I said, you also have Eight of Wands. So both cards could mean travel for some of you. On the other hand, it could also be that you are going through a transition. Maybe you are in between things now. It could be in between jobs. For some, it could be relationships. It could be maybe something to do with a project you are working on. So yeah, or it could also be a person in your life. Okay, Knight of Wands. So you are not very sure about whatever this situation is. Again, it could be maybe, what I'm also seeing is some trust issues may come up. Okay, with these Two of Swords. On the other hand, the Knight of Wands is also about emotions, So, well, this new moon is happening in the sign of Aries. Aries is a fire sign. That's exactly what we are seeing here. With this new moon, we may come across some emotional upheavals. It could be your energy or it could be somebody else. Okay, what I'm seeing is it could be someone else. So if you come across any angry exchanges, this card is asking you to, wait and have patience, because maybe there is something that is not clear at this moment and you will come across the complete information later on. So this is not a time to react or respond to that situation. So waiting is what's coming through on, regardless of whatever the situation is. Okay, maybe it's not a good time for new beginnings. So this new moon, even though the new moons are all about new beginnings, but we are also in retrograde season. Okay, retrograde is a time when we want to reassess our goals, our dreams, what is it that we want to do. And it's also a time to go back and review things, make amendments, make some tweaks, changes wherever is needed. So it's not necessarily a time to begin anything. Maybe it's a time to plan, prepare before moving forward. So that's what this energy is all about. This is about waiting, having patience, and letting your Intuition. Okay, so intuition is very strong with this. So you want to listen to your intuition. With this, it feels like there's a lot of mind, practical thinking. You are trying to reason with someone. This energy. So again, maybe it's not a good time. Maybe you guys are on different pages. You guys are not on the same page, so they may not see or hear what is it that you are talking about. So you might just want to give it some space, some time, and maybe this will get resolved on its own without you doing anything. Okay. So yeah, a lot of mind is what I am seeing. See, you have 8 of swords as well. With 8 of swords and 2 of swords, it's like you are not seeing the complete picture here. Okay, there is again confusion. It could be, thoughts, um, uh, emotions, things like that. So that is something to be mindful of. And it's all about letting things be, and also trying to find out what's the um, yeah, like I said, maybe there is nothing you need to do about it. Maybe things will get resolved on its own, and you will find the right information, the right insight. Now is the time. If if it's an important project you are working on, it's important that you set it aside for the time being and take care of yourself, uh, you know your body, your mind, your emotional well-being. So you want to take care of those things if you are not very sure about this, what's going on here. Okay. And it could also be that someone is asking you something and you may not have the right answer. You may not know what to say, how to express yourself. So those of you who are, if this has something to do with a creative project, looks like this has something to do with the project that you want to take up with both this energy. You are coming across a lot of new ideas, new insights, something that you want to work on, and it's like you are all fired up, but you might also come across some internal conflicts, uh, whether it's the right it could be how to proceed, where to how to move forward with things. Again, it may have something to do with um, information, or it could also be you wanting things to be in a perfect order, or it could also be the thoughts about how this is going to turn out in the long run. So all these thoughts are keeping you stuck, maybe, Taurus. So that's something to be mindful of. What is holding you back? And now is the time when you want to listen to your own intuition, and follow the guidance, so I don't have an advice for you. It all depends upon the situation. If you want things to be in a certain way, know if it's important or if it's important to just start. Because when we think about all those things, the outcome, people's judgments and our own judgments, it could be doubts, inner conflicts, doubts, fear, things like that. It's paralyzing, and so sometimes it's important to be aware of what's holding us back, and if there is any truth in it, right? And mostly there is no truth in it. It all has to do with our own understanding and our own perception about things, right? So it's important to set it aside and just start, and you will know what to do as you make progress, right? So yeah, just be aware of these energies, and it's important to take it easy, take it slowly. So whatever it is that you are working on, it feels like maybe things are not progressing as the way you had expected. It's still growing, it's still developing, but it's kind of very slow. It could be any area of your life. It could be a project you are working on. It could be your something to do with your health, something to do with relationships. So whatever it is that's important for you right now, you are not happy with the way things are going. However, again, we are in this eclipse season, right? With this Aries new moon is also an eclipse, and with this eclipse, we are out of eclipse season. Okay, that started on in April 23. So it's been a while. So what I want to say is, whatever it is that you have been working on since the last 2 years, things are, you will feel a sense of completion, or you will find some information, some clarity around those things. Okay, so if right now, if things are not clear to you and you are feeling kind of doubtful, it's important, before you take any decisions or shun the whole thing, it's important you sit with whatever this is. Okay, and with this, it's like the growth is still happening, but it's kind of slow. But it's important to detach from the outcome. Yes, it's it's difficult to accept that, right? When we are working hard, and when we are putting all our efforts, our time, our energy, we want to see some results, right? When we don't see the results, it's kind of disappointing, and we might also feel doubtful whether it's a good use of it's worth it, if it's if we are using our time wisely and things like that. But you know what, it's all about how it's making you feel, uh, and why did you start that project in the first place. So it's about like still moving forward regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the results. You still want to keep the faith, and move forward, no going back. Okay, but again, even though I said that, but it all depends upon the situation, so no, listen to your own heart, and then you want to make a decision whether it's a good use of your time or not. Okay, so that's important. So slow and steady progress is what I'm seeing here for you. Yes. So what else is coming through? Also, when it comes to relationships, what I'm also seeing is, are you protecting yourself? Like a little bit defensiveness is what I'm seeing, Taurus. Um, so it could be, maybe someone is saying something, and it's like, you are holding back and you don't want to say or do anything. It's like you want to protect yourself. It could also be that you are saying something, but that is coming through as defensiveness. So that's something that you want to be mindful of. Like, do you want to be open? It could be close relationships. Okay, so do you still want to like really understand where this person is coming from? What is it that they are talking about? What is it that they need help with? What do they want? And what are their expectations? What is it that they want from you? Like, if we are holding back, and if we are feeling kind of if we feel like somehow judged or something like that, that may lead to like defensiveness, right? So it's about really being curious about what's going on, and then addressing the situation. Like, if there is something that you don't understand, it's about asking questions. What did they mean actually, before responding? So that's important. With high priestess, certain things are not as they seem. Okay, you don't want to go by how how it appears on the surface. It could be anything. It could be something that you are working on, a project. It could be people in your life, what's going on with them. So it's important to go beyond. By that, what I mean is, ask questions. If this is something that's important for you, before you come into any kind of conclusions, ask questions. What's happening? Okay, so that will help them open up. that will help you address the situation in a proper way. All right, now let's see what's going through, what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. And with high priestess, this is high intuition, like I said, psychic awareness. It could be your energy, or it could be someone else. Maybe you are focusing on healing. Maybe you are focusing on you know some kind of, maybe you are taking up a spiritual practice, um, or it could be you joining a group where you are coming across people who are into spirituality and things like that. So you are learning from each other. You might also want to share your thoughts, your experiences. You don't want to hold back. Maybe that will be helpful for someone out there. And so yes, on the other hand, it could also be you approaching someone, an astrologer, a healer. It could be Reiki. It could be, um, yeah, something that you are interested in when it comes to like meditation, things like that. So, yeah, something to do with spirituality. And that is also helping you connect with yourself, connect to your own intuition. There are two number twos here, two of swords, and then high priestess is also two. Number two here has to do with our partnerships. When I said partnerships, it could be personal life, it could be business, and people who we come across every day. So our interactions with others, and this is also balance. So with high priestess, what I want to say is, yes, you may come across, this is, high priestess is a card of light and dark, right? Which is what the universe is made of, which is what we all are made of. And we will, sometimes when we come across, sometimes it's kind of confusing, right? When we see, how do I say this? When things don't go as we had expected, or it could also be people, depending upon our expectations. When, when what we, when the reality doesn't match with our expectations, then we feel kind of disappointed. But this is you finding some kind of balance. This is you accepting that, yes, someone can be gentle, and they can also be messy and chaotic. Right? So both can coexist in one person. So sometimes maybe, it may have something to do with people you are coming across now. Yes, maybe, sometimes you see them in a certain way, and then you are like seeing another side. So it's kind of confusing. You may also come across this in yourself, because that's what we all are. Like, we are a combination of the light and the dark, and it all has to do with, when I said light and dark, it has to do with our own perception, how we are seeing and understanding that situation. When we are confused about something, that is dark for us. When we feel joy, when it's a pleasant experience, it's light, right? So again, it has to do with, but there is, it's kind of, universe is a mysterious place, right? And there is mystery in all of us. So this has to do with you are aware of it. It could be, again, it could be people in your life, it could be something that you are working on, something. Sometimes you see that it's growing, there are developments, and other times it feels like nothing is happening. So so what I want to say is, with this, it feels like you are aware of what's going on, and you are accepting things as they are, and you are not trying to fix or change anything. You are not struggling with anything. You are finding a balance. You're like, yes, it is what it is. That's what High Priestess energy is all about. Acceptance. It could be your own conflicts that's going on within you, like if you are coming across any self-doubts, or beliefs that are holding you back, or it could be a situation, you know, this is you, okay, you know what, this is what I am, this is how I am feeling, but it's okay. I mean, and you're not, you know, rushing to change or fix anything. You are like, okay, let me just breathe, you know, I will know what this is all about, things like that. So this is acceptance, which is beautiful. Now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Alright, so Taurus, your message for this new moon cycle is back on task. Yes. Number 39. Number 39 adds to number 12. Number 12 is the hangman in tarot. With the hangman, you are seeing a situation in a different way. And that's happening because you are dropping your own ideas about things. Remember, I said with High Priestess, this is acceptance. And when you are able to find that balance within, you will be able to see that situation in a totally different light. Okay. And so that's the hangman's energy. And this is also you coming across new ideas, new insights, maybe a lot of, see, look at this Eight of Wands, a lot of, you know, all the things that you want to do, your dreams, your goals, things you want to take up. So maybe if it's a lot, maybe think about writing things down so you don't forget anything. Okay. And also you want to take action. If this totally resonates with you, you also want to take action, and don't let doubts and all these things, you know, people's opinions hold you back. Instead, what is it that you want to do, you know, and then give it more important, make it a priority. So the message here is, be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. Yes, remember, like I told you, this may not be a good time for beginning something new. It's a time to go back and review your goals, your dreams, make changes, make amendments wherever it's needed. Okay, maybe there is something lying in the back burner. It's time for you to make it a priority. It could be anything. It could be a project, it could be your health, it could be something that you want to do, the ideas that you are coming across, it could be communication, whatever it is. Now it's time for you to go back to it, make it a priority, and start doing whatever you need to do. Okay, let me read this out to you. I think this card came through for another sign. I'm not sure who. You may benefit from reorganizing. Initially, getting organized takes some time, but once you have put things in place, you will find life becomes more efficient. Look at restructuring your routine, your commitments, or your home or work environment. Approach your life, activities, and goals in a methodical manner, and you will find you will feel less overwhelmed and anxious. You may feel more in control of your day-to-day activities. The belief of not having enough time is a limiting thought pattern. Reframe your thinking to include the idea that that you have more than enough time. Fine tune how you approach your day. Try to anticipate what you will need prior to needing it. Utilize the evening hours to your benefit. You may find you are able to think more clearly with less distractions and interruptions than during the day. Using the night time to prepare for the next day. Use the night time to prepare for the next day. You will be able to share any epiphanies with others after you are able to develop them. The squid is nocturnal and it sustains itself by finding what is hidden. The squid teaches greater adaptability in situations and the value of concealment until the moment is right. You may need to bring balance to your life and focus on your emotions. Look at how you are using your time. If you want to feel more accomplished and fulfilled, adjust your habits and routines. Waking up 5 minutes earlier or limiting the amount of time you spend on social media can really make a difference in creating the space for you to complete more of what you desire. Yes, organizing your days, your schedules. If it feels like there is something lying in the back burner and catching dust, now it's time for you to make time and make that a priority. And it's also like it looks like some of you guys are also changing up your routine to accommodate to accommodate the new, to create space for the new. So yes, now it's time for you to, you know, stop doubting yourself and move forward with whatever it is that you want to do. And for some, it could also be your, decluttering, Taurus. If it feels like, there are decluttering, it could be your space, it could be your physical space like your home, your work environment, it could be your vehicle, it could be your closet. So it could be that for some of you, or it could be also internal. Okay, everything that you are the feelings, the thoughts and feelings you are coming across. So it's important to sit with whatever this is, so you can go through them to find out how it's whether it's helping you or whether it's holding you back. Okay, so that's something that is coming through for you. And also your intuition, you want to make some time for meditation, or it could also be, if you are not used to it, it's also about automatic writing. Whenever you find time, maybe whatever it is, if there is something that you are feeling, if it feels like the mind is heavy with thoughts, you might want to just write things down. You don't want to save them, you can actually tear them and throw it away if you don't want anyone to see it. But this is when you write things down, you will find the clarity. You will know what's going on, and that will also make you feel relaxed at the end of it. So that is something that you can do. On the other hand, it could also be just sitting and sitting down and watching your thoughts. Okay, so what you are coming across. So making time for these things is important. This is a potent time and a very transformative period we are going through, with the eclipse season, with the new moon energy. So we are stepping into a new cycle, and there will be a lot of things that will come to the surface. Okay, but this is something that's hidden deep in our subconscious, and if it's coming to the surface, there is a good reason. So we want to like really understand what this is about. And sometimes it's not about understanding, sometimes it's just about being aware. And then we can release whatever is not helpful anymore, because we are always growing, evolving, and so there will be a lot of things that may not resonate anymore. Okay, so it's important to just release and let go, and just be aware of all the thoughts and feelings you are coming across, so you can find clarity and move into the new cycle feeling lighter, feeling happier, things like that. So pay attention to your intuition. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and please take good care of yourself. And if Taurus is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. So yes, take care, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye.